Hey guys, this is Page from Beebom.com, and OPPO has launched its flagships of 2020 in India, the OPPO Find X2 Pro and the OPPO Find X2. Now both of these are flagship phones with top of the line specs and premium features. Now the OPPO Find X2 Pro has obviously gotten the more hype, but the OPPO Find X2 is also a very similar phone with hopefully a more appealing price. So we thought, why not take a look at the OPPO Find X2? Well, here it is. So what are you waiting for? Let's unbox this. And if you're wondering about the OPPO Find X2 Pro, we have posted a very cool unboxing on our Instagram page, so check it out. And by the way, it came in this huge box, so go ahead, check it out. Now, what are you waiting for? Let's unbox the OPPO Find X2. So I like the things you get in the OPPO Find X2 box. You get the brand new OPPO Find X2, obviously. These Type-C earphones, which I kind of like. The transparent silicon case. You get the Type-C cable. And the insane 65 watt fast charger, which I will get to in a while. Anyway, this is the new OPPO Find X2, and I think this mirror finish and this color looks pretty striking. The ceramic black variant is something I like more, but this ocean blue variant is also pretty good looking. Now coming to the specifics of the OPPO Find X2, this is obviously a flagship phone, so everything here is top of the line, premium, but the highlight to me is this display, so let's talk about this beautiful display. This is a curved 6.7-inch QHD plus 120Hz HDR10 plus display with this punch hole, and it has some really cool features. Now, the moment I unboxed the Find X2, the first thing I did is switch the refresh rate from auto to 120Hz, which by the way works at QHD resolution. And well, the display feels super smooth and looks stunning. The display supports 240Hz touch sampling too, so it should be super responsive while gaming. Now the display here is very bright, so outdoor visibility looks fine. It has a great contrast ratio and it looks fairly color accurate to me. Plus it has a lot of interesting features. First of all, it has the nature tone display feature which adjusts the screen temperature based on the lighting, and here's how it works outdoors and indoors. Yeah, sometimes the impact is minimal, but it's there. The phone also has the O1 Ultra Vision engine on the hardware side, which does two interesting things. First, it converts HDR videos to HDR, which should see details better while also widening the color gamut. Secondly, it can upscale 24 or 30 FPS videos to 60 FPS or even 120 FPS. Both these features are supported in popular apps like Netflix, YouTube and Prime Video. Now, when I did try it out, the HDR video enhancement did work on some of the non-HDR videos. Here's a video with HDR enhancement turned off, and the right side is the video with the feature turned on. Now, I'm not sure you can see it in the camera, but some of the videos do look a bit more attractive with the HDR feature turned on. As for the video motion enhancement feature, it's a feature you've probably seen in TVs, and here's a video with and without this feature. Now, it's cool for when you're watching something fast-paced because it really smoothens things up, but do note that not all types of videos play well with this feature. Look, the OPPO Find X2 has the same display as the OPPO Find X2 Pro, and well, it's a beautiful, gorgeous display, stunning to look at, and I think it's one of the best displays I've ever seen, so that is honestly great. Now coming to highlight number 2, and that's the flagship specs. The OPPO Find X2 comes in a single variant, and well, I love these specs. Snapdragon 865 Plus with 5G, 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM and 256 gigs of UFS 3.0 storage. Yup, these are flagship specs and the benchmarks show that. As you can see, the numbers here are pretty awesome, and you know what? I've only used this phone briefly, but I can tell you it's one fast smartphone. The animations, the app loading, it's all very snappy and I like gaming on it. There has been no hiccups and I wasn't really expecting any, to be honest. Plus what helps is the fact that ColorOS 7 is a good upgrade from previous ColorOS iterations. It's definitely more mature and brings in all the features you need. As for the pre-installed apps, well, there are a bunch of these apps pre-installed on the phone, and most of them can be uninstalled, but yeah, these are the apps that you get with the phone pre-installed. Next up, I want to talk about the cameras, which is I think the only area where the Find X2 is not similar to the Find X2 Pro, but hey, the non-Pro variant is no slouch when it comes to cameras, so let's talk about it. It has a 48 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a 13 megapixel telephoto lens. The specs are decentish, but what really got me excited here are the video features. The Find X2 is capable of shooting 4K at 60 FPS videos, and you get all the really cool features like Ultra Steady Max and Ultra Steady Pro video mode, which work really well. Here's a video I captured using the ultra steady max mode while cycling, and it's pretty stable even though I was having a tough time holding the phone with one hand. Anyway, there's also the portrait mode video feature that has always worked well on Oppo phones, and yeah, it works well here too, as you can see. Yeah, I'm asking you guys to hit the bell icon in the video. Now, apart from these, the OPPO Find X2 comes with these audio effects while recording. 3D recorder records a 360-degree surround sound from the mic. The sound focus feature is basically the sound increasing based on the subject and you zooming in. And there is an option to reduce wind noise, which is interesting. I mean, this seems useful, right? So I tried it out. Hey guys, what's up? I'm recording this video with the fan turned to the max and the reduced wind noise option turned on. I think it reduces the noise after a couple of seconds, but it kind of works. But I want to test it out in windy conditions to really know its impact. Anyway, what do you think? Tell us in the comments. So the video features are pretty exciting and pretty cool, but I also took a few photos from the Find X2. In daytime, I think the Find X2 does a fine job at details and dynamic range. Some shots look really good. The color accuracy isn't always perfect as the phone tries to boost colors, but overall looks good so far. In low lights, things are pretty good too. The photos look bright and sharp and nice. Some photos have a little bit of an over-processed look, but it's still early days, so no judgment. I also took a few ultra wide-angle shots which has autofocus, and I think the shots look great so far. The 30-megapixel telephoto lens does 2x optical zoom and 5x hybrid zoom, and I think the camera does well at 2x and 5x. Here's an example of that. Also, I took a few selfies from the 32-megapixel selfie camera, so check them out. Moving on to the battery, and here the Find X2 comes with a fairly big 4200 mAh battery, and while that's great, the highlight here is obviously the crazy fast 65 watt SuperVOOC 2.0 charger, which I've been waiting to talk about because it's just insanely fast. The charger takes the Find X2 from 10 to 50% in around 9 minutes, and that is fast. When it comes to the full charge, the Find X2 takes 28 minutes to fully charge. Yes, 28 minutes to fully charge a smartphone with a 4200 mAh battery. Yeah, I love this charging speed. 65 watt charging for the win. Really, truly exciting stuff. Having said that, if you're wondering, there's no wireless charging here, which definitely would have been nice for a flagship phone like the OPPO Find X2. Anyway, all of these features are packed in this stunning design. I like this finish and I like the in-hand feel of the phone. As for the functionality, the phone comes with the in-screen fingerprint scanner, which has been super fast, and it has features like stereo speakers, NFC, the IP54 rating for dust and splash resistance. Also, other things to note here is that the phone has a dual SIM card and it has no micro SD slot, which I don't think should be a problem. Well, at the end of it all, I've only used the OPPO Find X2 briefly, but so far, this is a phone that feels and looks like a premium smartphone. It has a lot in common with the OPPO Find X2 Pro, and that's also a great thing. I mean, that means you get the same stunning design, flagship specs, one of the most amazing displays out there, the insane 65 watt fast charger, and all the high-end camera features. Now, there's one thing that's different from the Pro is the cameras, and well, that's something I need to test out extensively to truly judge. Well, all said and done, I will wait to know the pricing of the phone to truly give my verdict on it, but I do hope Oppo priced the Find X2 well because, well, the Find X2 does seem like a great find. See what I did there? Sorry. Well, that was our first impressions on the OPPO Find X2. So what do you think? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And make sure to share it with your friends who have been waiting for the new OPPO flagships. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.